We've lost the intro. I do apologise to ETC Sports. We've lost the intro. There you go. We're going to get it back. Don't worry about it. Listen, let me tell you this now. Everybody, it's match day, by the way. I walked the dog this morning, and there's Christmas decorations up, right? It's the 21st of November, the biggest bow you have ever seen. I mean, I don't know. I've never given bows much thought, right? But I never thought you could make a bow this big. The bow was bigger than the front door. It's on the front door, this bow. It's bigger. I don't know how they're getting in. Honestly, I really don't. So anyway, they're Christmas right up. Talking about Christmas, on the 5th of December, this man, that man there, Michael Levy Jr., is singing in Loughton for a turkey, tinsel and soul evening. I'm going. So's me missus. I'm going to eat turkey. I'm going to look at tinsel, and I'm going to listen to this man singing. We'd love you to come and join us for the evening. It's in Loughton. Tell us more, mate, before we talk about West Ham.
Well, in case people can't pinpoint Loughton, it's literally one step away, one stop on the train from Stratford. So it's literally a one stop away, isn't it, from Stratford? So not far away from the London Stadium at all. Not that should, entice you. It's going to be a great night. Look, it's a good excuse for people to either come and have a get together and have a beer with you and me and chat a bit of West Ham. It's a great idea for a Christmas party. It's somewhere nice to take your missus. It is a lovely, or someone else's missus, anything goes.
Anyone's missus. Lots of missuses if you want.
Lots of missuses. Or if you've got no missus, come and find yourself a missus.
Absolutely.
At Loughton. But it's a lovely venue owned by another professional singer. So the setup's really beautiful. The food's beautiful. It's £25 for the show. That includes the meal and everything. So a full Christmas dinner and all the trimmings. The food's delicious. Great night of soul, Motown. Sometimes we venture into reggae or ska or R&B and all sorts of other things. But if you like proper music, proper night out,
any Bublé?
As we can do that, we might even get you up to sing. You never know. You never know, Gonzo. Could be featuring special appearance, Gonzo.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Right, I'm going to try and remember to put the link in the description below. But just so as people, where can they find you and where can they find tickets to this lovely, lovely event?
Right, so you can buy tickets through the official ticket source called Ticket Source. So I think it's Ticket Source / Michael Levy Jr. But the best way is any inquiries or anyone wants any info, you can email me at Michael Levy, Leavy Jr., Michael Levy Jr. at yahoo.com, or you can find me on social media again, Michael Levy Jr. -- Soul Singer. So feel free to send me a message, any West Ham fans, any Hammers chatterers. And yeah, I'll give you the information. Will be a good night. I promise it really will. It's 2 nights at Loughton, but the Saturday is completely sold out with a waiting list. So a few more left on the Friday. So let's get it sold and let's get together.
Friday the 5th. Let's do it. Link in the description below, most likely. West Ham tomorrow. West Ham tomorrow. What's going on? How are you feeling about that one?
I think we've all had an upturn in optimism since we've had an upturn in results. 2 wins on the bounce. I think it's starting to click and come together. I'm a little bit mindful of the fact that we won't have this fella, Lucas Paquetá, who's not you, not Gonzo. Gonzo's not playing tomorrow. Where you're looking, am I pointing at Paquetá?
You are. I was joking. No, you are pointing at Paquetá. I was just
because it's mirrored sometimes, isn't it? So yeah, we've got no Lucas Paquetá because they're picking up 5 bookings. So something's going to have to change. Maybe it's time to bring Macassar in and shore up the midfield. Maybe this is the time for George Urphy to come in with that little bit more creativity. Who knows? But yeah, I feel like we're on a good little run at the moment. And as good a side as Bournemouth are, and we'll probably get into that in a little while, reasons to be optimistic, I think. And why not? It's not like we're playing Arsenal away or Man City or Liverpool. Bournemouth are a tremendously well-run club with a tremendous manager and some great little wasp-like players that buzz around. But if we can't go there and go for some points and go for a win, then we might as well give up now. And I'm not prepared to do that. Let's go after them, go and get them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think I've been as impressed as anybody with Bournemouth and all these other brilliant clubs that have come up into the Premier League and done a better job than we've done in recent years, right? So I am as impressed as anyone, but I think you're absolutely right. I do think you've got to be mindful that you don't talk about them as unbeatable. They're not unbeatable. They just lost 4-0, didn't they, in their last game? Now, they're better at home. Of course. In fact, I don't think they've lost at home this season. But I'm sort of a bit... There was a statistic earlier on the season. I don't know if you remember it. We just before we played Tottenham, and the statistic was Graham Potter has never lost to Thomas Frank. And so, yeah, so those statistics, forget it. You know, it doesn't really matter. What did you listen to Nuno's press conference yesterday? Did you pick up on any of it there?
I didn't, but I did listen to Laura, new member of Hammers Chat.
Lauren.
Sorry, Lauren.
Oh,
Lauren
and Laura. You listened to both of them. Yeah.
I listened to both of them. Yeah, I listened to a review and overview of the press conference. He does seem like a nice chap, doesn't he? I particularly like the detail. Not really a footballing thing, but the way he comes in and shakes everybody's hand and has a lot of time. That's gentlemanly, and I like that. I respect that. So yeah, I did listen to it. I feel like he's feeling optimistic like us. I feel like he really does respect a lot of our players. He spoke a lot about the value of Paqueta and how he's irreplaceable. Well, he's going to have to solve that problem tomorrow, like we said at the top of the show. And obviously he relies on Bowen. And for the last, as you know, we spoke about it on and off camera, the last couple of managers have not quite got the best out of Jared Bowen. And I think this is a key area for us. I think if Nuno can unlock the very best version of Jared Bowen, the version that we had under David Moyes, in the purple patch, and get him scoring and get him on the ball and get him coming off the right in his best position, I think that shapes the whole outlook of the team, you know, because he can pop up at any time and do something, a bit of magic, a goal, an assist, you know, transition the ball, carry the ball up the field. So I'm hoping that's all going to click. I do believe that we're all right with Freddie Potts, aren't we, for this fixture? I think it ended up being being a dead leg as opposed to a hamstring. So I think that as well is another key thing. I think Nuno touched on it about how Bournemouth play. They do transition really quickly. I said in Overland and Seaward over on Hammers Chat Patreon, they're wasp-like. They're little waspy pressing and turning the ball over, the front three interchange ever so quickly. And the last time we played them, you'll remember, the first 12 to 15 minutes, they were zipping the ball around and we just looked shell-shocked. And they could have scored 4 in the first, 10 or 15 minutes. I remember Evan Ilson hitting the post and us just getting away with it. So I think we're going to need, I think the most important thing for us is we're going to need a mobile midfield that can cope with the movement of the front three and to cope with the way they transition and move the ball up the pitch. We're going to need players. I'm not wanting to see Soucek or Irving or Rodriguez or James Ward-Prowse. I'm going to want to see a mobile midfield that can move side to side in their shape, almost crab-like, just to cover
crabs and wasps and all sorts going on.
Exactly. Yes, it's a bit of an Animal Farm analogy going on here. But yeah, I just think that they zip around is the point I'm making, and they move the ball ever so quickly. And I just think if we have a lack of mobility in any area of the pitch, but particularly in the midfield, where the game's won and lost, I think we'll see ourselves in trouble. So let's hope we can get a bit of stability in there, a bit of mobility in there, and any other ability that we can possibly fit on the end of a word.
Yeah, I bet never in the history, I've never seen this on any Attenborough program, I bet a crab has never caught a wasp, ever. I bet it's impossible. So you're quite right. We can't go in there crab-like. I think, what do you think we should do then with the midfield? Because you lumped Soucek in with Irving and Rodriguez. What do you think he'll do, and what would you do?
Well, I think he will go for experience and maybe start Soucek alongside Fernandez and Potts. But personally, I think I would go with, and I know we've not seen a lot of him, I'd go with Magassa kind of in that defensive 6 or 4, depending how old school you are, what you prefer, the central defensive midfield position. With, I think you said on the build-up show, with Potts maybe being a little bit more of an 8 and being able to express himself going forward a touch more, which is something, of course, there's been the comparisons to Rice, which we don't necessarily want to put the pressure on him, but he did evolve and adapt his game when he started to bring that side in into it, the sort of 8 and progressing the ball forward. So why not see if Freddie Potts can do that? I'm sure he can. And then, but you've also got the defensive stability when we're out of possession with Potts and Magassa just sitting in front of the back four. So yeah, that's probably what I'd go with. And I agree largely with Gio. This might be the time where you say to Fernandes, Paqueta's not here. Let's see what you can do in terms of going forward, creating, being more of a number 10. So I don't mind us
To be
being
fair, if I may, in the preview, I said that before Gio. I don't know you
right.
credit him with that. He gets,
Well, then you're gonna have to put him up for keep copying your brilliant salient points.
It's got to stop.
It's got to stop, really. But yeah, I don't mind us being a central 3 out of possession, and then in possession, maybe having Magassa holding Potts in an 8, and let's get Fernandes right up, linking the play between our midfield and our front 3 in the final third. So yeah, that's what I'd go with. But I think there's honourable mentions for a Kante. I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's honourable mentions, like we said, for a George Earthy or even a wild card of Preston Fearon. But I don't think he's going to do that. I think what you're going to see is a tried and trusted older head. But then, of course, that takes away our super sub if you start Soucek. And that's not to be sniffed at, because he's made some great contributions over the last 2 games from the bench.
Yeah. Well, a good point, which I am happy to credit Gio with, which was the Callum Wilson lasts for 60 minutes.
Lucky Mrs. Wilson.
Quite right too. I think this is it. See, I wanted Soucek on the bench anyway for his super sub role, but when you actually factor that extra bit of information in there, well, actually, a striker can't last the distance anyway. It makes it even more important to keep him on there, because otherwise, what you're going to do? You're gonna basically. I mean, Fulkrug's an interesting one. How have you read all that situation over the last week or so?
I think it's very cheeky of Forster Worthless, his agent. I think it's very cheeky. Worthless.
It's a good name, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I'm for remembering that.
Yeah, I think it's cheeky of him what he said. I agree with the points you've already made, and that's that he doesn't need to be trying to regain his place in the Germany squad. He's been in almost, if not every Germany squad, and
you are the one that listens to my videos, actually.
It's just me and your mum that listen, and we both enjoy it. And if I'm not mistaken, Gio did make that point just before you.
That's right. Of course he did. He remembers his name. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. They're twerking for a move.
Yeah.
And I wanted to actually put that in my video, but then I thought, will YouTube allow me? YouTube, I didn't want to get punished by YouTube for putting twerking for a move. So, but I think that's what they're doing. They're flashing their knickers. They're twerking for a move. And I just think it's a little bit unnecessary. And I just don't like the fact that it's almost like they're playing the victim. Hold on a second here. I'm willing to criticise the club over numerous things, but hold on a minute here. You are being paid. You were brought in on good money. I'm assuming you didn't have a gun to your head when you were signing that contract. You knew what you were getting into. You're happy enough to come over here for the money. All right, it might not have worked out as you'd have liked, but a lot of that is not the club's fault. It's you getting injuries whilst on international duty as well. I don't look. He can want to leave and he can have a quiet word, but I don't want to be hearing this stuff. I don't want to know. All right, and don't tell me that the only way you can get a move is by pimping it out there. I'm very, very sure that if what you want to do is let Bundesliga clubs know that you're available, you can do that without getting Florian Plettenberg to twerk on your behalf, basically.
A lot of twerking going on here.
A lot of twerking. But hopefully not so much of that on in Loughton on the 5th of December. Hopefully it depends how much cranberry sauce they're giving with that the turkey. What's it? Do you think? What do you think we can get from this game? Then, do you think we can get anything from this? I know you said.
I do. Yeah. I do. I've got to tell you this little bit of inside information.
As you know, I've got a bit as well. Actually, go on. Let's hear it. Yeah.
Well, mine's probably not as juicy as yours. Mine is only the inside information for my 10-year-old, because my little boy Ronnie, we keep playing the prediction competitions, right? That you do as a Hammers Chat patron. You get to predict the first goal scorer and the final score, and then you in with a chance of winning a prize. And I was lucky enough last season to win a signed shirt, a signed initially it was a Jared Bowen shirt, but then a nice customer bought me a Jared Bowen shirt the week before. So Gio and yourself were kind enough to change it for a Paolo Di Canio shirt. So I won a signed shirt. So since then,
I sent you a pair of signed pants, didn't I, from
you
myself?
did, yeah, and they were worn as well. I could still smell you.
Got to be authentic, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently you'd been twerking in them as well, hadn't you? So
I had cranberry sauce in them and everything. But go on, carry on.
oh, is that what that was?
That's what I said.
Unusual unusual those white cranberries. What have I done here?
You were going with a brown cranberry, but go on. Carry on. Sorry.
So since we won that signed top that is my son's pride and joy, a bit like your Wan-Bissaka top that you got. He's wanting to do the prediction competition, but the thing is, I know more about West Ham and football than a 10-year-old. So I have to. Hang on.
We'll let the subscribers in the chat be the judge of that, my friend.
Right, well, let me land because it's now unanimous. So I've overruled him for the last eight predictions, and he's got 8 out of 8. And honestly, in fact, he's got 7.5. But I'll give him it on a technicality because he told me exactly what was going to happen against Newcastle and who would score first. He told me our first goal scorer. Said I don't know who's going to score the second one. It's a bit hazy. Then he told me Soucek, right? And the reason he didn't know the second goal scorer, it was an own goal, wasn't it? Right,
Ronnie Elvis with a bet in a build-up show.
Yeah, but he keeps telling me, and I keep overruled. So now I'm listening to the boy, right? So the boy told me in the last game against Burnley, I'll be honest, I've never even heard of Fleming. He went, Burnley will score first, and we'll go behind. Bear in mind, he's 10, just 10. He said Fleming's going to score first. He went because he's really big and he's good in the air. And I said, who's Fleming? He went number 19, and I'd never heard of Fleming, right? And then he said, then we're going to come back. And he told me the goal scorers. And he told me we're going to win 3-1. And I was on stage at Calypso Saturday Club. And it came up on my phone. We'd gone 1-0 down, Fleming. So I screenshotted it and texted in the family group, my wife and my daughter.
Hold on. Are you singing at this point and you screenshotted it?
Yeah, but between songs, I'll go next to the iPad and pretend I'm sorting out the next song.
Okay.
Right? And I'll do my phone next to it. I did a little sneaky.
Yeah.
And he's done it again. And then they sent me back. I glanced down at the phone a little bit later when it was 3-1 with a goal scorer, as he said. And I was like, that's it. I'm putting money on the next game. But then Burnley, the Swines, and Butterfingers Areola fumbled the ball and Josh Cullen made it 3-2, right? Leaving us just behind them. So it spoiled his prediction. But I think that's close enough. So the point is, I don't know more than a 10-year-old. And he's telling me that Bournemouth will score first, but he needs to see the lineup to see if Semenyo's playing, and then we'll win 2-1. So you heard it here first. So
nice.
Put your house on it.
I'll be honest, you want to punish him, mate. He sounds like he's back chatting you.
Yeah, he's a bit cheeky. Really,
put him on a naughty step if I would, mate.
Yeah. Depends. If he makes me money, then I encourage it.
Yeah.
If he makes me look silly and then he'll be punished thoroughly.
He didn't make it. Did he have a bet on Paqueta's 5th booking to get back?
No. But Uncle Bruno did. But listen, if he gets his prediction wrong, it'll be no more turkey, no more cranberry sauce, and no more twerking. No more twerking.
No, particularly not. They start young, don't they? These little ones. Okay, so right. So 2-1. Well, you don't think it. But you're just taking it. I like 2-1, but obviously we need to find out if Semenyo is playing or not. Okay, fair enough. Here's what I which is quite different to yours actually. I heard that if Mavropanos is fit and he were to go back into the team, it would be at the expense of Todibo rather than Kilman. There you go. That's the reaction I wanted. Not for you, no?
No, not at all. No. Kilman, we've been robbed by Kilman. I just think it's ponder this. Monetarily, we paid more for Kilman than we sold the Bowling Ground for.
Oh, blimey.
Ain't that sobering when you put it like that? Yeah, I think we've been ripped off with him, to be honest with you. So, having seen him live and up close, and having seen him, he very rarely can head the ball. He is a calamity waiting to happen. Todibo, I wasn't speaking highly of until recently, and he's been much better. But if one of those have to come out, I'd certainly have the no-nonsense Mavropanos, who also has a bit of a rick in him, let's have it said. But I'd definitely have Mavropanos, who's got more about him, especially in the air, will battle, is a little bit more in the mould of that old school centre-back that I keep banging on about. But he would be in Kilman's expense if it were up to me. And keep Todibo on the left and Kilman on the right. Kilman come out of the right and Mavropanos going in Kilman's place on the right.
Absolutely. Keep Todibo on the left. Yeah. That's exactly it as well. I mean, he had nice things. We'll go in a minute. Just wait. I've got something to say about Juff. Then I want to plug Surfshark, and then if you hang around a bit, I want to plug the old sing along on Michael in Loughton at the end of the video, if you indulge me. He was talking about Juff, and he said, "Oh, Juff's a lovely boy." So he says things like that. No, he's a lovely boy. He's a lovely boy. I like that. I do like that.
You should see him working.
Absolutely, but he's a lovely boy, and I think he was saying that stuff because, I'm not sure Juff was having a twerk. He just pretty much was saying, no, it's his dream one day to play for Real Madrid or whatever, one of the big top 5 clubs in Europe, which I didn't mind at all. Realistically, I didn't mind because he's a million miles away at the moment. He'll have got a lot of defending to learn before he does that, but I like him. I think he's got the right attitude. I really like his mentality as well. So I'm actually as long as it doesn't cost us relegation, and if we did, it wouldn't be all his fault. I'm looking forward to watching him learn. I think it's been quite an experience this season because, I just love. He seems to learn on a game by game basis, and it's everyone improving throughout the season. He seems to improve throughout the game, which is he's got tons of talent, tons and tons of talent. Just work on that defense a little bit more. Be really good. And of course, we got a problem. It's a conversation for another day, but he's going to have to start dripping Carl Walker-Peters in a little bit more because obviously you've got Juff and Wan-Bissaka Scarpa in January for the African Cup of Nations. Right,
and Skull's likely still injured.
And Skull's likely still injured, absolutely as well. Yeah. I didn't disbelieve it. I thought the Lewis Skelly link was ridiculous because that'd be silly. But actually, to hear that we are interested in the left back, that particular thing did not surprise me. I think that's only good sense. If you get one of those, one of them players that can play a left back or centre back, someone like that would be a good utility player, which of course Carl Walker-Peters is, but because of the AFCON, I think we need 2 good utility players. Maybe someone can play midfield and full back.
Phil Neville, what's he doing?
He's about to sign for Moisey, to be fair again.
Right, okay.
Surfshark's your VPN, by the way. I should have done it midway through this video. Actually, yesterday's video, if you go and have a look at the Surfshark logo in for the whole duration of the video, I spent so much time whinging about Birmingham City Stadium. I didn't even mention Surfshark, but it was up there for the whole duration of the video. I'm not going to forget today. Surfshark is a VPN. You're going to need a VPN to protect all the stuff that you're doing on your mobile phone, not just your mobile phone, all the stuff you're doing on your laptop. I don't know why I'm saying stuff. I don't really know what you're up to. I'm not making any accusations at all. But whatever it is, it might be something as innocent as using the banking app on your mobile phone. Make no mistake about it. If you are out and about on a 5G network, people can get your details, even if you're on your home network. That little thing, the terms and conditions, Sky, whoever I say Sky, BT, whoever's providing your broadband, they can look at the stuff as well. What is worse, where you're most at risk is when you are out and about on public Wi-Fi. A great way to protect your passwords, protect your banking pins, protect all the stuff you want to keep personal on your phone is by using a VPN. There's lots of other reasons you can do it, which will enable you to access content from other countries as well. We've got a great deal for you. The link's in the description below. 4 months free. You sign up, basically. You sign up for a year, you get 4 months free. You also get 30-day money-back guarantee. Just one subscription will cover you for your phone. It will cover you for your laptop, cover you for your computer, cover you from your TV. Honestly, everything. It's really, really good. I've been using it for 3 years before they even started sponsoring Hammers Chat. Links in the description below or surfshark.com/Hammers Chat. Thank you very much for listening to all that. Just finally, we would very much appreciate it. And Michael would very much appreciate it if you're not doing anything on the 5th of December, if you can make your way to Loughton. It is an evening. It's a sit-down meal. It's a Christmas meal, and then he's going to be singing. He is a lovely, lovely singer. Well, you'd hope so. Be no good, would it? I mean, imagine
You'll
that.
be all right.
He can't sing. He can't imagine. Yeah. But it's not that. The person who's cooking your Christmas dinner is a really good chef. Michael's a really good singer. It's going to be a really, really good night. A really good night of entertainment. Get you in the Christmas mood in December, which is allowed. Unlike when I went on my dog walk on the 21st of November, big bloody T-Rex sized bow on the front of someone's door. Join myself and Gio, hour and 5 minutes before kickoff. And you can carry on with Gio for the watch along. I will be live. Yeah, well, I won't be live at all. No, I'll be doing a recorded video. I'll be around about an hour after the final whistle on this channel. And I believe Michael is going to do a video over the next day or three. Hopefully, we're celebrating a win. That'd be really, really good. Oh, that'd be good. Really, really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Here, Gonzo, where do northern people go to in the morning?
Hold on. Oh, that's annoying. Is this a Christmas cracker one?
No. Well, yeah, sort of that dodgy dad joke. But it's relevant to our video. Twerk.
Oh, I like that. I like that. We're going to leave it there. And if I've done the end of my job correctly, there should be like an end slate and a bit of music now and stuff like that. Come on.